guessing why there's not an Ann Limley billboard. Y'all send your comments to K26TV.com.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on how many calls we'll get.
Okay. Hi.
Kent Kynes and Marcia Carter's here from the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, and we're here to talk about breakthroughs in communication and also what the hospitals are going to be going electronic.
We actually are electronic.
Okay.
It's been a long-term project. We signed a contract in 2007, started the hardware install in August of 2008, and we are now electronic and been electronic probably for a year or so.
Now, as opposed to all paper, is that
yes,
that
it was
correct?
all paper. Mm-hmm.
For people that don't know, I guess, is it every department that's gone electronic?
Yes.
Or, so there's no more paper at all?
Well, yeah, the physicians are still, it's hard to get rid of it, it won't die.
Yeah.
Physicians, there's still a few physicians are doing their orders manually, but that right now is at the conversion mode.
But everything is updated into an electronic
Right, it's scanned
format.
in. If they do right, it's scanned into the system, and it's all electronic.
I have to ask what happens if the system. What happens?
It can't.
Okay,
we
that's all I need to hear.
We do have some backup. We have some backup disaster plans that basically are in place. But I worry about that. But
it's something that
that's
you
your
have to think
field.
about too.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's
What if?
So you're helping the world to go green, obviously.
big deal.
I guess most hospitals and actually most larger corporations are going to a paperless system anyway.
Yes.
And why is it so important to that the hospital decided to go this way?
Well, there's lots of reasons. Economics is one reason. I mean, we decided before the stimulus package is out now, and the government is going to subsidize a lot of this, but we'd already made our decision before that. Mm-hmm. So, but it's efficiency is the main thing. I mean, now physicians have access to data, nurses have access to data. You can have multiple people looking at the same record at the same time. Used to, you'd have to wait till somebody got through with it. Somebody had the chart out.
Yeah, wait for the chart, one chart for each patient.
It's just efficiency is the main reason.
Now you've brought a little, I guess, a show and tell device,
yes.
and it's a laptop computer, but it's a smaller version.
Yes.
Explain what this is.
This is a netbook, and basically we have about 80 of these inside the hospital, and the nurses can document on these. They basically are wireless. They hook up to the network wirelessly. The information actually isn't on this system. It actually hooks up to a server, and it goes directly to the server.
So there's nothing that can be stored
nothing on this system at all except Windows, basically.
Okay.
So we hook barcode readers into them. They got USB ports. Hook up barcode readers into it. They scan the patient's armband and make sure it's the right patient. Give the meds this way. Check the meds. Make sure they're right.
Well, not that it would be a big issue, but what about security?
These are basically all have password protected. They have pins.
So no one else. If I brought a laptop computer in and said I'm going to try to get that information, there's no way to do that.
You can't get in there. Basically, you got to have passwords. It's a typical setup, but passwords, pins for physicians. Physicians have more access than most, so they have a password and a pin that they have to sign in with. So it's it's kind of like the bank. Your bank, electronic banking.
Yeah.
Wow, that's probably been a major undertaking for sure.
Marcia, what's your involvement with this?
Well, basically, one of the most interesting things I noticed in the press release that we sent out was the fact that we didn't pay somebody to come in and help with the conversion. Kent and his big staff of 2.5?
2.5.
Total of 4, I guess. Did all of that themselves.
That's a huge money saver right there.
It really was, and it's pretty amazing, and it worked well, and they did an excellent job, and my job with it is just to promote the fact that we are paperless and we're totally electronic medical record at this point. And I got to see it firsthand a couple of weeks ago. My husband was having some problems with his headaches, and we went to the doctor. We were referred to have a CT. Then we went to another doctor. Well, that doctor just downloaded the CT results right on the computer in the office, showed us the scan and what she wanted to do, and all
what
of
would
that.
have happened? What would have happened before all this in your situation? Would they have had to mail the?
Well, I probably could have gone over to X-ray and picked it up, but I would have had to taken it with me to the doctor, and they might not have even had it ready the same day.
Time. So that
one
time
they
is money.
actually would have made film.
That's what I mean
And
by
that was a
picking up
big
the film.
expense. I mean, it costs money to make those films.
Well, how wonderful then.
One other thing, I think that a lot of the imaging is done now electronic. A lot of it's done with. Very few of it's done with films anymore. Right? I'm sure you do.
There's no film. There's very, very little
few.
film. Nothing's filmed.
You made a statement about the cost effectiveness of all this and getting an outside source. Do you find that that's a cumbersome situation when you have to bring somebody else in and integrate with what you do? And
our big reason was the cost, of course, but we wanted to own it. We wanted to be able to know, instead of if we have a problem, we got to call somebody. We couldn't.
Now they call you.
So they call us. But and it wasn't just my department. It was certainly nurses. I mean, it was a huge effort. It was a hospital-wide effort. Managers. We had key personnel that basically trained the trainers. It was a huge deal, and it took months. I mean, we basically were in a build mode for 6 to 8 months. So, and we're still installing pieces. We just are going live, like I said a while ago, that we're going live with a physician documentation piece, where physicians actually document the orders on the system. They have been writing their orders. We scan it in. Now they're actually writing. We're doing that. We're phasing that in, a physician at a time. We're not doing a big bang.
And you'll never come to a
stop.
You'll never stop.
It continues.
And you told me before the show that these units have a security device in them. If they're ever picked up by a person that's taken out of the hospital, what happens?
Well, this has got a camera on it, obviously, and if the system leaves our network, basically it will take the person's picture that's logging on to the network and mail it or email it to us. So we've got a picture, we know who they are, and we actually know
location of where they're at.
So it's pretty neat. And this software was free that we bought. I mean, we got too, so we didn't have to buy it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Good.
It's amazing stuff. Another cost-saving feature that the hospital's implementing, and that's passed along to the customer there too. Absolutely. All right. Hey, that's great news. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
And
I'm glad y'all coordinated your outfit.
I was going to stay away from that.
I couldn't help it.
Thanks a lot for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Up next, we have representatives of the Ozark Arts Council. They've got a masquerade ball coming up.
Stay with us for some more characters.
All right.